Hi, my name's Seth Klein. I'm in the medical assistant program here at MTI. It's my first year, but I'm doing summer classes. So in the fall, I'll be a second year student. So basically, what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to graduate from the MA program. And so far, I have already signed a student loan forgiveness. It's basically a scholarship, but it's $10,000. And I've told Everett St. Mary's Hospital in Pierre, South Dakota, that once I graduate from my MA program, I promise that I will work there for 3 years, and then after the 3 years, I can go wherever I want to go or stay working there. But my plan is to work there for the 3 years, and then once my 3 years are up, I plan to come back to MTI and go to the LPN program to become a nurse, because that's been my plan, that I would go through the MA program first, and then once I had that under my belt and did a couple of years of that, then I'd become a nurse. So that's my plan so far. So basically, what I'm doing now is I live in Mitchell. I work at Firesteel Healthcare Center. I'm a CNA there. It's basically you help the elderly, basically everything that you usually do on a daily basis. That's what you do to help them. You help them get ready in the morning, you help them dress. Some of them need help feeding, so you help feed them and just comfort them through the day. Where I grew up in Edgemont, South Dakota, which is 2 hours south of Rapid City. My parents owned a ranch, so I grew up on a ranch. My parents had cattle, horses, geese, chickens, ducks, pigs, sheep. Yeah, but they were mainly cattle owned because we had 200 head of cattle. Oh wait, my mom's. The sheep were my mom's. My dad wanted nothing to do with them. But anyways, so I graduated from Edgemont High School in 2019, so last year. Through my high school career, I was involved in band and choir and basketball. I was also highly involved in 4-H. I held a leader's position in there for 8 years. I was always secretary or historian. I was secretary for 7 years, but historian for 1. And I did a lot of community service through that, and that got me a scholarship. So I got a $1,000 scholarship to MTI for doing community service through my life, basically, for my hometown. So that really helped. So yeah. I really enjoyed this semester. I got to meet a lot of new people. MTI is such a welcoming school, so I really enjoyed coming here. Another thing about me, I guess my favorite book would have to be The Book of Tomorrow. It's about this girl. She moves to a different town, and there's a library there. And there's a book that's locked, but you have to buy the key or something. I don't remember. I read this when I was an 8th grader. I remember some points, but not a lot. Basically, it was like invisible ink. She would open the book, it'd appear, she'd read it, and then the next day it would happen. So she kept doing this until she started not liking knowing what was going to happen. So then she finally buried the book and decided she was going to let life take its course and do whatever she wanted. So something unique about me is I'm adopted, and I chose not to change my last name. So basically, my adopted parents' name is Nyquist, and my last name is Klein, and I chose to keep my last name. So I guess that's kind of unique about me. And I guess the last thing I want to point out on this is what I want to take away from this course is to be able to speak to people and not move so much, because I get really nervous, so I move a lot. But that's my goal, and hopefully to communicate better with authorities. So that is what I plan to take away from this course. So listen to me.